Hi there, Tony at Victor Litz Music. Going to show you 3 guitars today, as I always do. We are Victor Litz Music Center in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and I bring you 3 guitars a day to try to show you all of our instruments, but we have hundreds and hundreds of instruments. So, if you like the way we do the videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like bell button, whatever those things are, and we'll get right into it. The 3 guitars I'm showing you today are just in random. They're no particular order. They come right off the shelf up top, but they're not alike instruments. They're just the way they were displayed. These came from the ceiling today because we've got a bunch of guitars on the ceiling. Zemaitis copy, okay? Zemaitis was a guitar. Some Rolling Stones and Beatles and a few other people had these guitars. There were someone, Zemaitis was making them for them back in the 60s. But an aluminum etched top guitar, all chrome hardware. Stop tailpiece, 2-pneumatic bridge, looks like a L6S bridge to me. 2-volume, 2-tone, chrome pickups, chrome pickup covers, chrome pickup rings. Okay, interesting, cool inlays there at the 12th fret. Some artwork on the headstock, truss rod cover, and another piece of artwork there. Aluminum painted. I don't know that they're aluminum. They're probably plastic and just painted silver to match up. And this guitar, when we got it, had a price tag from someone. 1993 Devaser Zemaitis copy, $2,199. We've got a tag $1,200 or best offer, $1,199 or best offer. If interested, let us know. And it says custom guitar 1993 here in etching, I should call it that. So there it is. That's the first one. Let's move on. Next guitar is a Dobro. This is a round neck, set up for slide only, Dobro guitar, and it's a Dobro brand. So this is a resonator. This is the resonator portion. There's the Dobro brand. Here's the serial number. But all the other guitars, as you might know, and then if you don't, it'll be an aha moment. All the other guitars with a resonator on it are not Dobros. Don't call them a Dobro, you can call it a resonator guitar. Dobro's a brand. That's like Fender or Gibson or Marshall or Martin. It's Dobro. So Gibson owns the Dobro brand now, and they put out some import stuff. I think this is an import. It's in real clean shape. Sunburst finish, round neck. And this is pre-Gibson to the best of my knowledge. I think it's late 90s or so. But there you have it. One Dobro resonator guitar, not an off-brand name resonator guitar. Should you have an interest in that, contact us. Happy to give deals. Come up with a deal on it. But it sounds great. Okay, here's one old guitar. We have a ceiling full of these guitars. This is an old Teisco style, Kingston Teisco, Hound Dog Taylor 3 pickup electric guitar, 1960s in a red burst. Okay, it's the way they were doing them. I think the people in Japan were taking Strats and Les Pauls and popular guitars or SGs and going, well, this is kind of like what it looks like, and that was their interpretation of what they look like. Most impressive thing about this one is that the tremolo bar is still here. So trem there's like a Jaguar or Jazzmaster. 3 single coil pickups, kind of like a Strat, yet they are their own proprietary pickup to this. 2-pneumatic bridge, aluminum cover, electronics plate. It's probably real easy access. Take this off and be able to change pots or adjust them or clean them. 3 on-off switch, okay? Skinny little neck, little tiny thing. Headstock, I don't know, is that headstock ugly or is that headstock cool? Now they've got a somewhat of a vintage vibe to them, but you know, they were probably new enough to not directly copy any of the Fender logo or Fender headstock shape. So Japan on the 4-bolt neck plate, that's a little tiny neck plate. So That's it. That's how we do the videos. We are Victor Litz Music Center in Gaithersburg, Maryland. We buy, sell, trade. We'll pay you cash or a check for one item at a time or an entire collection. We buy, sell, trade every day. We're here 7 days a week. All family run since 1961. We're in a previous Ben Franklin store. So it was a five and dime department store through the 50s or 60s, whenever. We actually have two buildings in Old Town Gaithersburg. So we've got 10,000 square feet, a big showroom, pro sound room, acoustic room, 18 classrooms for lessons, another large rehearsal space. You can rent the rehearsal space, but we do our group rock band lessons in there, and a warehouse on site for shipping. We do the rentals of the school band instruments, and then service, repairs, lessons, just about anything you can think of. And now we also sell, and we've been doing this for a couple of years now, vinyl, used records. We just got another big collection of all classic rock. Everything you could think of, from the Fleetwood Macs and the Jimi Hendrix and the Eagles, and some Motown stuff, a bunch of really good records from the 60s and 70s that were incredibly clean. Person we got them from was our previous guitar repair person, and he cleans each one of them. He's like meticulous about them. Every one of them is labeled and alphabetized in the collection that came from him. So there it is. We are Victor Litz Music Center in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Come visit us anytime. See our stuff on Reverb. Our website's never up to date. Don't count on that. Always check for availability. Call us, email, whatever you'd like. But what's on Reverb is usually accurate, and that's where all the new, coolest, greatest, or used vintage items get to. So we have new, used, and vintage instruments, to say the least. Plenty of that to choose from. So I thank you for checking it out. We've got old Strats and Les Pauls. That's right this second. There's a 1955 Les Paul, 1960 Strat, a bunch of Rickenbackers, Fenders, basses, whatever it might be. So we look forward to helping you anytime. Contact Victor Litz Music Center in Old Town Gaithersburg, Maryland, and have a great day.